Day 36. Good evening, my friends, and welcome to the next episode of Blueprince. Last time out, and we're going to hit the pause button straight away. Last time out. Hang on, wait a minute. We're only starting with 70 steps. Didn't we get the sauna last time? No, we got the morning room to give us 2 extra gems. Okay, I was thinking, wait a minute. Something's gone a bit wrong there. No, yeah, okay. Last time out, we had a brilliant lesson in geography, art, mathematics, science, and the other one that I have forgotten. Taking the schoolhouse was really revelatory in a lot of different things, and we tried a lot of different things. We got ourselves a power hammer, once again smashed our way through the back of the chess puzzle. That revealed castle. Not sure what the implication is there. Castling is, of course, a move in chess, but I'm not sure it's going to be directly related to that. It could be. I mean, it is from the chess puzzle room. We drafted the kennel for the first time. Pet some dogs. That was great. The armory let us remove the gem cost on passageway going forward, so happy about that. There were a few bits and pieces that we have added and a few bits and pieces that we didn't solve. So what are our main objectives right now? Sanctum keys, of course. We believe it's black chess pieces, the clock tower, the vault key, and machinarium, probably. 8 dates for 8 safes, of course. This is genuinely the hardest. This to me, this is like the hardest puzzle. The 8 dates for 8 safes one. Like, other puzzles, you have something which can loosely be interpreted as a key, and something which can be loosely interpreted as a lock, but the key is kind of unambiguous. Like, it's a code or a clue or a location or a dig spot or something like that. When it's something really vague, like, yeah, it's a date and the clue is in the room, I'm really struggling with them. But it's okay. We're parking the dates for now. Is there something at the other end of the foyer? I don't know. If we get offered the foyer, we might draft it. More grades at school. We made a start. And you know what? Actually, if we go over here and have a look at the thing here, no, not unlock all 8 realm schedules. It's something here. Ace the classroom final exam. I guess that's if you get all 8 classrooms from the schoolhouse upgrade. If you get 8 classrooms, you get some achievement there, I suppose. I don't know. Shelter email inbox. Kirk Darren. Other password on terminals. Hidden book in the library. We had that security footage, but doesn't look like there's anything there. If we order a new clue, that's great. We want to go to the bookshop, right? Realm and Ruin. We need a copy of Realm and Ruin, so we're picking that up as soon as possible. Last time we were there, we ordered a copy of the History of Arindia Volume 1. First edition, so it'll be the same book that we read last time, but without the redactions. There's a hidden floor plan in Site 10. We need a digging implement to get to it, and the red door, is that linked to the boiler room? I think if we get the boiler room, if we get a chance to have a look in the boiler room, we might check that out. So, a few different bits and pieces, a few different woolly bits and pieces. So, let's draft and see what we pull. So, pick up our allowance. That is 43. 43. Drop a coin in the fountain, as is tradition. What are we wishing for? Let's wish for a bookshop this run. That's what I want to wish for. Because if we find the library, we'll get to read the book. We need to go then to the bookshop to buy the next book. Otherwise, we're going to burn a library draft unnecessarily. What do we got? Shrine Hovel Trading Post. I can't hit tab to see. Do we have a blessing currently? Hole I don't think is terribly useful. I think we'll go with trading post. I think we still have the blessing from the shrine. We do. We have one more day of blessing of the Tinkerer. Like, so we're going to go with that. Oh, the money that was in here doesn't reset every day. Ah, that's a little bit of a shame. Okay. Well, I don't have any items to trade, so okay, well, good to know for the future then. Don't waste 2 steps by going in and out of the trading post when you take it. Now, I believe Commissary is still going to have shovels. It would be good to get that buried floor plan out of Site 10 now that we know where it is. Hallway is a great start on the side there. And courtyard is an absolutely perfect start on this side here. Is there an item for grabs? No. If this is commissary, we'll take it. Huh. Maybe I should have drafted from the courtyard first so that I knew whether a dead end room would be safe here. I think we'll take security. We'll take security for now. I don't think we need to adjust the do we adjust the security now for the doors? Yeah, I think it is worth it. Mount Holly. Whoops. 2 gems, 1 trunk. Thank you. Keycard system. So give me low and set offline mode to unlocked. Will be great. And let's draft these 2, but we might end up going back. Sticking a dead end here is not that much better. Let's pop a pantry here rather than a nook. But we're not going to go in that direction yet. From here, if we get something that hooks to the left, we'll probably take it. Boiler room, I'm pretty happy to see. Boiler room, I'm pretty happy to see. We're seeing that early. Early. Okay. Let's go in and check it out straight away. I will draft the rooms because it's set up to deliver that. I can't think if there's any particular room that we're looking to get powered right now. Maybe the laundry room? Coat check, dark room and den. Well, from here den is certainly preferable. So we'll put den in there. It doesn't get power, but that's fine. That's a secondary consideration that early in the run. And from here, well, do you know what? I think I'd rather have a really early pool than have a dark room. I don't know. Would you agree? I think I'd rather have the early pool, to be honest. Okay, can we deactivate this? Oh no, you can't deactivate it once it's up and running. That's a little bit of a shame. Right, because I was somewhat hoping. that we can reduce that noise. I might just turn down my own volume whilst it's clattering about like that. So are there any signs on here about... Yeah, right, that's one of those boxes. Uh-huh. So that's going up into there. That's powering that one. Yes, it's this red one. It's that red one there, is it? That's gonna go off to the other red manifold. So that is that door. That pipe is the bridge, I guess. This one here is running these, but it's really unclear what those are. I think it must be this red one that's the important one, right? That's not turned on, though. Oh no, it's because the steam is coming out of this one. Right, so that's the red one now powered. I think... Shall we go back and check it straight away? 62 steps. Or... No, let's not go back and check it straight away, because I want to see... Because if we get a shovel, we want the hidden floor plan out from the shovel, don't we? That might be an amazing pull right there. That's an amazing pull. Yeah, give us the magnifying glass, give us a shovel. I think I'm happy to take 4 gems for 10 as well. Like, that seems like a pretty good rate, 4 gems for 10. Okay. Partly it's kind of like, should we dig these or should we actually save these dig spots? But no. We're going back straight away. So I'm taking a break today from caffeine. This is chamomile tea today. So taking a break from caffeine. Today's run is powered purely by cortisol, dopamine, and melatonin. We've walked straight past it. That's where that comes in. We walked straight past it. It's over here. There's like a dig spot here. Lost and found, 2 rare items. When you enter this room, you will lose 1 random inventory item. Yes. Rare items can be really good. Losing 1 random item. Yeah, that's fine. Like, what happens if you draw it early in the day? You don't have any items, right? Okay, so through here. Round here. Imagine if you never had the power hammer, right? Imagine if you never had the power hammer. You would have to either go through the drained fountain or through the foundation every time you wanted to come down it. Oh, I missed the turning. Where's my turn? There it is. Why are you flashing? Okay. Ooh. That is looking pretty great. What is this? What is this? So that's the pipe I was just walking through. Oh, this is the level above on the giant mechanical puzzle. Oh. We're up here, but with no way to move it. Okay, it looks like all of these are dead ends except these two, so we need to move these two. Okay, but we can move it from down there, and we don't need to worry about being able to backtrack through this. So, we need to move it 1 to the right, and then another 3 to the right later. Okay, let's go, let's go. And doing this early in the run ensures that we're not pressured on the number of steps that we have. Like, it's going to look really weird when we look back on today and we only drafted like 5 rooms, but, you know. Now that's a good point actually, isn't it? That piece of paper we found, that scrap of paper, which showed us what that steam manifold was, that's between a brick wall and a crate that you can only smash with the power hammer. So the power hammer is a prerequisite to get those clues. Okay, so we've got a locked gate over there. Here. Ah, uh-huh. Yeah, we know that already. Ooh, but we are going to get a puzzle box. Lovely. Foreman's log 228. After 10 days of pumping water up from the underground spring, the reservoir has finally been filled. It's a shame that the old station had to be flooded as a consequence of this action, but I suspect that may have been actual reason they chose to build the reservoir here, and as an engineer I agree that flooding is preferable to collapsing an entire tunnel. On the bright side, now that our water supply is no longer limited, we can start to leverage steam to a much greater extent. I suspect by this time next month the steam-powered hoists at the main site will be able to run 24 hours a day. Hoists, you say? Okay, well we know about the water levels and such, don't we? Now, right, we want to get black out into the corners. Black out into the corners. We need to have okay. If I move you two down like this, what happens if I do that then? Yeah, that's it. That's it. Lovely. that was the fastest one yet, because we developed a really good understanding of how black and yellow worked from the really, really painful Fen Ares one that we had to do in the Sanctum. So that's great. Okay, so we wind that 3 further round. But yeah, we know all the secrets of the water levels. We've solved that one already. So we can move 3 more here. Now that that's open, will it stay open? It might not matter if there's nothing in these rooms that are long-term projects, right? That looks like it requires a key. No, it requires a combination. So it's either 3 letters ending with an 8 or a 4-letter word. And there's a red letter in there and a gem and a floor plan. Ah, okay. Three letters and an 8, or a 4-letter combination. Nothing's particularly coming to mind. Unless it's... No, the letters for that are not available. It could definitely be someone's initials, couldn't it? That would have been an amazing guess had it been true. Like a mayoral sash or something. Okay. Well, we'll put that into the memory banks for later and not worry about it right now. Do you think that that stays open? Probably doesn't, to be fair, but well, you know, we got an increase of 2 to our allowance, so certainly not nothing as far as a detour goes. And do you know what? I think this is one of the very early times. The way the puzzles work in this game is you almost always get the code before you get a place to put the code in, right? You almost always have the, you know, you see the chess pieces before you know anything about what to do with the chess pieces, you know. You probably find the basement key before you ever find a basement door, you know. So it's unusual to find a locked door in this game but not have the code to open it. Usually you're rattling around with the code for days going, okay, and I need to find a place to put that in. You don't think that counts as a small gate, though, do you? Although, how could a date be a word? How could a date be a word? It could be something like December 8th, November 8th, January 8th. Couldn't it? Ah, do you know what? Right, okay, no, that's worth a little backtrack and a check. That's worth spending the steps on a backtrack and a check, right? Because you got 8. Let's rattle through the months and see if any months, if you can say any months from that spindle. It's if we count small gates. That would be pretty great. Right, we gotta roll this a few times. Okay, one more. I mean, I suppose I could also take the options off each of the spindles. It will certainly take me less time than what I did with the gallery images the other day. That took ages, and I still don't really have any inspiration on what to do with those. But let's have a little look. Right. So if I make that 8... do we have a J? Right, no J, no F. We do have M. May 8th? Yes! Yes! So good. So good. Ah, it's number 1. It's number 1. Alright, okay. We'll read it first, then we'll take our screenshots of it later. But, May 8th. May 8th. Dear Baron Sinclair. How formal. To begin, my name is Worth Lord. My father used to work for your father, the Right Honourable Baron Thomas S. Sinclair, between the years of 1915 and 1918. The former having died last month at the advanced old age of 89, may he sleep in soot and ash. He left behind his widow, 7 children, and 30-odd grandchildren. I write to you today, however, not to inform you of these family affairs of little consequence, but to tell you a little bit about my father. He lived his life towering above us in solemn silence, like many members of his and your father's generation. He never spoke of the work he did in the mountains of Reddington, or the famous estate in which he was stationed. He never spoke of the Baron, not once. I tell you his only to relate that he never betrayed the confidence your father placed in him. The secrets he kept for your family he took with him underground. His elderly comrades and colleagues from his old mining outfit proved, however, to be not nearly as discreet and considered with their words. During the wake, fueled by a seemingly endless supply of spirits, these venerable gentlemen embarked on a journey down memory lane, recounting as much of the good old days as they could dredge up. While such reminiscences might typically be dismissed as the fanciful ramblings of age, the volume and specificity of their accounts lend a certain credence to their words. Now me, I am not a presumptive man. I don't presume these stories to be true. I don't presume your house is host to secrets of this magnitude. Yet, I find myself irresistibly drawn to the idea of sharing these tales, true or not. They seem, after all, stories worthy of being heard. I wonder if my current abundance of idle time fuels this urge. Perhaps I have too much time on my hands. Perhaps if one were to engage me in some worthwhile and profitable enterprise, my eagerness to pass the time by telling stories would be curbed. I easily await your response from your lordship, Mr. Worth Lord. We're not blind to the irony of blackmailing you for a blackmail letter. And we're not proud to join the endless procession of those who have knocked on your mailbox looking for a handout, particularly so when our methods lack the refined sophistication and class that this author so effortlessly wields. So this is an old letter. There's no year on this, but this is an old letter stuffed into a red envelope with a new letter from a different author, I guess. Well, let's take our pictures. Okay. Here we have Foreman's Log 102. I knew what we were looking at as soon as we uncovered the first spire, but it wasn't until the first floor plan was unearthed that most of the crew realised what ruins we were exhuming. The border was the same pitch as the sunless cavern we found it in, a dark trim floor plan of ill-fated Orindia. We had found an authentic black print. The sooner we seal this site back up, the better for us all. Oh, a black print. Lovely. Now, this is 1916, right? This chap died... Okay, so yeah, 1916, 1918. He died at 89. So let's say he was 20. Right, or I mean, let's say he was born in 1900, yeah? So he was like 16 when he was the foreman, so incredibly young. If he died at the age of 89, this would be 1989. Well, we're currently in 1993, right? So this is definitely not a recent letter. This is from years ago. Like, I mean, if we say that the foreman was 30, this is from the... if we say the foreman was 30, then 89 would mean that he would have been like 1974 he'd have died. And we're in 1993 today. I mean, like 74, this is like before any of the other stuff like kicked off. Before Marion disappeared or anything, I think. Treasure trove. 5 gold for each time you have drafted treasure trove. Wow. Okay. We are gradually going to end up in a situation where money is just not a problem to us. I mean, we're already kind of in a situation where we have, like, a lot of money. Well, that's good. So that's everything up there, then. We did it, team. We did it. We've completed that on our first visit to it. Maybe we'll call this episode Day 36, the one where we don't actually do any drafting. Okay, well, with that... Now that gem is not going to reset each day, right? The boudoir gem resets. I don't know, maybe that gem will reset. But I don't think it's worth all of the steps to come back down here for the sake of one gem, frankly. So, even if it did reset. So we shan't worry about it, but that's 2 really good items from last episode as well, right? Those didn't linger on our to-do list very long at all. But that's 2 really good items ticked off. Okay. What do we want to do next? We've got no keys. So we can't get the trunks in the pool. We've been to the courtyard, we've been to the commissary. We've not been in the pool yet, we've not been in the den. I think let's go hallway. If we get the nook, that'll be a good start. Yep, nook is a good one to pick up there. Ding ding. And let's start working our way up. I think I would rather... well... storeroom. If we can get... that... Oh, no. But because we've got pantry, we're guaranteed to be able to get into here. So, yeah. Storeroom for a key, gems, money. Happy with that. Right. Crack this open. One key for 2 keys. That's a good rate. And this one can be a dead end as well, then. Quest bedroom is a great one to stick in here. Gives us 10 steps. I mean, to get to the antechamber effectively starting with about 40 steps is going to be a little tricky, but we'll be able to make it work, I reckon. We'll be able to make it work. Shall we go up via the pantry? Yeah, let's go up via the pantry. Okay, so these are all dead ends except for the drawing room. So, on the other hand, though, we've got a good exit out of den, right? We could take, like, cloister, passageway, whatever. So would it be better to get an experiment running today? Or do we just avoid the dead end? I think I'd rather get an experiment running, right? Of course, it's a risky one, but we'll see. Sometimes you kind of got to go for it, yeah? So, give me an experiment. The next 3 times you open a locked trunk, permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. Seems like a straightforward thing to do, because we will almost certainly be able to do that. Log me into the network, though. Ah, it's not giving me anything out of that one. Okay. Okay. Maybe... I did get that password right? Yeah, it's HSS. Holly Security System. Yeah, I mean, with the 2 trunks in the pool, we'll guaranteeably get 2 triggers out of it. So, let's go for it. Right, from here then, we need to get that bridge round, and we need to do, yeah. Is it? That's it, right? That's it. These pulleys that are running 24 hours a day. What do you reckon those are for? And part of me feels like, should we try and set it going? To just see if anything happens with it. I don't know. It's going to upset the doors, though, if we do. And I don't really have a strong... Now, we've not been in the den yet, so we do need to remember to get that gem. But we don't have a strong kind of... I don't know. Like... what it would do. Like, what I would be looking for. Okay, car keys gives us an item out of the boot of the car. Secret garden key is nice. That certainly significantly increases the chances that we are going to make it into the antechamber. From here we will take chapel to get access up the side of the house. And we will go that direction first. Up the side of the house. Ah. Given that we've got a guaranteed exit point from Den, let's take Vault, because who knows? Maybe we end up with a Vault key, and if we end up with a Vault key, that would be really good. Maybe we get Library Bookshop, and then we have all of the money that we need to spend. You know, chapel notwithstanding. Okay, so from Den, we have got one possible exit. The kennel is fine, given our lack of keys. I think I'm fine to take kennel here. Hello, woofers. Woof, 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 woof. Pet for you. Yes. Okay. Like, kitchen would be great, but dumping me right into the corner of the house. I think bedroom. Passageway or cloister really would not go amiss. You know? Well, secret garden key's not going to work there. Passageway. Very nice. Now, from here, I kind of got a decision point. We could try and hit the foundation, which might be hard without any re-rolls, or we do the other directions first. I don't want to use my last key there. No, I don't want to use my last key. Classroom, I don't hate. I don't hate classroom as an option. Grade 1. I get a little apple though. Thank you. Now. Locked. Locked. Would I rather unlock this one or unlock this one? Or do I test the north of the passageway? I think I got to test the north of the passageway first. We just kind of got to go for it. Showroom. Very nice. Luxury items for sale. That's good. That's good. So we can test the two foundation doors. So what are our options today? You do not have to pay the gem costs of floor plans. While drafting, you may rotate the first 3 floor plans you draw. That's very strong. While drafting, you may rewind time after drawing new floor plans. You are more likely to draw tomorrow rooms while drafting. That would be great if we were early in the day. We're going to be way past our clock tower time now. But, I mean, like, what do we have as tomorrow rooms? Sauna is kind of okay, I suppose. And Silver Spoon gain twice as many steps from food. Let's take Silver Spoon, because that could help us stay alive during this run. You know, if I dig up some turnips here, suddenly we're not looking like really dire. Oh, a nice key. That's handy, isn't it? I don't want to touch... Oh no, well if I've got the secret garden key, we're not going to be getting to the antechamber from the bottom anyway. Right, this is all dead end, so it doesn't really matter where it hooks here. Cloister is nice, though. Cloister is a nice pull. Beep. Beep. Oh, of course, the kennel's going to unlock all of these doors for us, isn't it? Yeah, this puzzle. Castle. I'm assuming the other words don't spell anything, because I can't think of any 6-letter words beginning with X. So, like, that's kind of out there. Boudoir's nice, gets us our rerolls. So, gets us our rerolls, gets us gems. So let's pick those up. Treasure trove! Or lost and found. Ah, what do I have in my inventory? I might lose garden key or silver spoon. I think treasure trove though. 5 for each time you've drafted treasure trove. Like, I think I'd rather have the treasure trove. I think I'd rather take the permanent upgrade. And there might also be stuff in here. Wow, golden armor. I can't imagine that would be terribly effective. The green memos you find in this room will always be true. Well, thanks, green memo that may or may not be true. Man. Oh dear, what a meme. What a meme. Okay, from here... we kind of want to be hitting locked doors, right? So we don't want to be drafting this one from Cloister because we know this door is unlocked. Whereas we want to hit a locked door. Aha, perfect. Secret garden key, because this is also going to spread food. This solves our steps problem. This solves our steps problem. So, let's hit this. Do you know what? Whilst we were down in the basement, we could have, like, we got all the way to the sanctums, didn't we? We could have hit the room 46 key. I just don't think there's really anything in room 46 though, unless that cryptic letter about instructions to follow is gonna turn up in room 46 at some point. But like, I just don't think there's anything there. Antechamber, on the other hand, definitely worth getting into now that we've got quest bedroom. And now with treasure trove being available to us, yeah, very much like money's going to stop being a problem. Workshop. Workshop is good from here. Oh, of course. Whenever you draft a mechanical room, trigger your current experiment. Well, my current experiment is just whenever you open your first 3 crates, up your allowance. So every time we draft a mechanical room, we're upping our allowance now. That's kind of fun and awesome. Okay, today's letter is a T. A big T. So we've had so far U-G-A-A-T. So burning glass is an option. Detect a shovel we've not crafted before, right? And silver spoon, that doesn't go with anything. Detect a shovel. What does this give us? This is literally just a shovel and a metal detector strapped onto each other. Greater chance of finding coins and keys. Much greater chance of finding coins and keys while digging. That's a shame, because one of the things I really want is food whilst digging, but okay. Alright, we're in the corner. Will we get conservatory? Music room gives us our key back. Like, I think I'm kind of okay with that. We get given prism key, and we get given a regular key. Right. From here, then. No point using the prism key from here. Foyer's a little bit of a shame because I sort of want to draft foyer in a place where... I can draft the thing that's beyond foyer, which I wouldn't get to do here. So I'm kind of thinking conference room, but like, yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit depressing to take conference room. Okay. So I think at this point, back round, eat the apple that's in the cloister. Take these locations. Like, yeah. Back round and eat some things that have been spread. Like, we know that there's an apple in the cloister, which is going to be worth 4 steps. Well, that's 1, 2, 3. So it does give us, it does net us 1 step to do that. Then we can take this one, and we can take this one from the foundation. Knowing that we're able to draft from the antechamber now. Right, because we know that this door's unlocked. It might be parlour to get the gems. Because we are a little low on gems. So, let's do a little parlour puzzle. The gems are in the only box with a false statement. One of the other boxes is true. The gems are in the only box with a true statement. Well, if that were true, it has to be true. So it has to be the gems. That would make this one true if this one is true and this one's false. So this one must be false. Which would make this one true, which can't be the case. So this one can't be true. So this one must be false. One of the other boxes is true. Wait, this can't be false, right? This has to be true, because if this is false... If this is false, it would mean that both of these two have to be true. Because it has to be 2 of the other boxes are true. So if this is false, both of these are true. But the gems can't be in the only box with a true and the only box with a false. So that can't be true. So this must be true. One of the other boxes is true. Must be true. So it cannot be the case that the gems are in the only box with a true statement, because we know that two of the statements are true. Therefore, the gems are in the only box with a false statement. Must be true. And therefore, this is the false statement where the gems are. That was a good one. Okay. Right. We'll do foundation and north, and then we'll do showroom passageway. Ah, these two were both locked, weren't they? We've only got one key. That's the other aspect to this. Prism key's no use there. Yeah, okay. While drafting, you can spend gems to redraft for up to 8 times. Okay. Now... Oh, and a couple of dice. That's handy. The Black Queen is on D8 in there. The Black Queen is on D8. Well, D8 could be date. Could it? D8. The Black Queen. The only Black Queen we've seen, wait, is in the study, which is right here. Not as helpful as I thought it might be. So is there a clue to a date somewhere in here? I mean, the Black Queen. Hard to say, right? Hard to say. Let's try 2201. No. Or 1958? No. $22.01.58. $122. 122.58. 1958. No. I'm just looking at Marion's birth certificate. Mary's birth certificate. Because... is she the Black Queen? I mean, really, maybe in some ways it's more like... yeah, she's kind of like the Black Queen. queen, right? Because her mother was Irasian, so she was purple. I don't really see much else in here by way of clues. D8. Well, there's no way to enter D on here. Unless you say that it's the fourth letter of the alphabet, so it's 4-8. But no. Unless somewhere there's another room which has a black queen in, and that's the reference. Pass. Pass. We've now got no keys. I think both of these were locked. So we are actually going to need to backtrack back up here after all. Through the conference room. How disappointing. That's going to cost... That costs us a few steps. That certainly costs us a few steps. There's nothing been distributed yet. Thank you. We'll take the allowance token. Might as well also take the basement key as well. Just on the off chance that if we find Lost and Found, we'll be able to... of course, it doesn't fit into that one. Yeah. I think we might be locked out. I think we might be done. We might be done. We've backtracked a bit too hard. We didn't eat quite enough. And when it came to it, we ran out of keys at the critical time. Is there anything that... No. That affects the draft today. It doesn't actually affect the draft tomorrow. So... we do have the prism key here, actually. What's these books giving us? Aquarium. Great Hall. We don't have the ability to get into there, so like we could take Aquarium. Aquarium often has a dig spot. It's okay. It's okay. Would rather have had a key than a gem. Nice. And that unlocks the door for us as well, which is kind of handy. What are you detecting right now? What are you detecting right now? Are you detecting something in here? Okay. What are the books giving us? What are the books giving us? Okay, all of these are dead ends. I would love to draft the library, because that's obviously got a new book coming in it, but I would much rather draft the library where I can draft a bookshop after it. So let's try redrafting, and we'll take a corridor. That's a good shout. Then from here, West Wing Hall sounds great. Oh, I think it's because we can redraft with gems. I think that's what it's alluding to. Utility closet? Like, I'll take a utility closet in the dead-end room here. Oh yeah, of course, raises my allowance and everything. So we'll turn the keycard entry system off. Gymnasium off. That's all fine, although we haven't been... No, we have been to security. We went to security right at the start of the run. Okay, what are we hoping for here? Veranda. And we're hoping to find food, to be honest. Like, with eight steps to go. Key is nice, of course. Sauna. Tomorrow start with 20 extra steps. Or patio. With sauna, what do we got? 8 steps left. We'd step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, no, we'd run out of steps if we take sauna. So let's take patio, because there are dig spots around patio. Oh, we get some food as well. Lovely. And that's a battery pack. Okay. Something that hooks to the left would be ideal. Not Chamber of Mirrors, though. Terrible idea. Yeah, rotate these, please, because then drawing room can go back via classroom. Okay. Like, if we can find armory as well, like, armory certainly is on the cards still. Dovecote dining room! Yeah, okay, we'll take dining room. So we get a lunchbox, and we get to sit down for a lovely, succulent meal. And we already have the aquarium, so that's perfect. So suddenly, the number of steps is not a problem at all. So let's go. We still have a chance to get library. I think I'm kind of happy to redraw those. Yeah, okay. Observatory. We'll get some kind of benefit there. What do we have? Everything is 50% off. And gain a key. Working our way up towards that 50. Something that hooks to the right. Lost and found. It's a new room. With all of our steps, we'll be able to go back to Antechamber. right, and unlock that door, so it's kind of okay. I think I'll take the new room. Lost and found, 2 rare items, but we lose 1 random inventory item. Ha, we lose the basement key. Lol. Excellent, we get a box. What do we get? Oh! That is brilliant. That is brilliant. We need to work out, though, where that comes from. But we could work out where that comes from. Okay, let me get... Okay, we've got an upgrade disc. And we picked up another prism key? Okay, awesome. Okay, we've got a box as well, but first... Because we know the colours. We know the colours. Oh, pink. Pink. Huh. Okay. Purple, orange, yellow. We know that's red and black. There's only a few places it can be. Right? There's only a couple of places it can be. So we've got yellow, orange, purple, red, black. It has to be one of these 3. The rainbow, the puzzle piece, or the rhombus. One of these 3. That symbol spiritual. An elevated reverence for nature, animals, and the forces that guide us. Okay. Spiritual here, and the wavy lines. It looks to me, given the angle of those, because we didn't have any lines on this one. The wavy lines though, and the angle means we've got at least like 5 lines, I'd have thought. Heat. Right. Heat. So if it's heat, it's somewhere arid or somewhere close to the equator. Could be Vera, mountainous, not very many lakes. Probably Vera. Let's say probably Vera. Which would make it... Which one? Vera is the puzzle piece, is that right? Yeah. It's the puzzle piece. Wait, where's my sigil notes gone? There they are. Probably Vera, which is that one. So that'll be the next sanctum we open then. That'll be the next sanctum we go for. we've then got a puzzle box here. Pink. They rotate round each other? They do rotate round each other. Very nice, very nice. I'm gonna write that in as a note on my puzzle boxes. Notes. Pink. Rotate round each other. Oh yes, and yellow. We know that yellow walks upwards. Excellent. Couple more rooms left to go. Special keys. Do we want another red room? Are there any red rooms that we would particularly want to draft? Certainly not the furnace right now, because there's nowhere to put the freezer next to it. I think just a regular key shall suffice. The armory is a perfect pull. Excuse me? Where's my axe? Where is my axe? Boo! Fine. It can light candles and ignite fuses. Genuinely, there are so many unlit candles around this house, and when I have had the burning glass, they've never really been needed for anything. But, okay. Might as well get them, just in case we happen to draft, you know, a red room, find a chest, whatever. Okay. So I think then, down and round and up, and we go antechamber, and there's the last couple of rooms and so forth, right? Yeah? We got these to light? Light these? No? Nothing to be lit? Like, how do you know? How do you identify which candles are important to light? Like, we know this candlestick's important, but it doesn't even have any candles. Well, sorry, it's a candelabra rather than a candlestick. But there aren't even any candles in these candelabras. Okay. We want to go up through the showroom. Foundation cloister. Is there anything we would want from the showroom? Like, oh! I accidentally clicked it and bought it. Okay, never mind. Ah, right. Good. So, we can rewind time after drawing new floor plans. You are more likely to draft tomorrow rooms whilst drafting. Well, let's see if we can use that increased probability to give ourselves something that will benefit our run tomorrow as well. That'd be nice, won't it? Is there anything else we want to craft in here? So silver spoon clearly does go with something, because the self-igniting torch and the morning star and stuff doesn't even show up. So there must be something that you craft using the silver spoon for it to appear in that list at all, right? Okay, so we got some from there. Overall, very successful run, to be honest. So, right, the prism key doesn't work in this lock because the antechamber doesn't have a colour. I think freezer's pretty much bang on, right? Yeah? We'll freeze our accounts, start tomorrow with 8 gems and 12 coin. Like, I can't really think of a better way to end the run, to be honest. Oh! Oh! That very much looked like a prism key before we unthawed it. We could... Oh. Thaw only in the event of my death. Simon, I had wished for you to read this letter upon first arriving at Mount Holly, but I couldn't risk the contents of these pages falling into unsympathetic hands. My personal freezer should prove quite the safe box, as all of the staff have for many years respected my wishes that it remain shut and untampered. My favourite snacks were also stored here. But in addition to these delicious treats, it has also for the last 20 years stored many a cryptic message and ciphered note. This nondescript cooler is, in fact, a dubious frozen postbox of chilled secrets. Have you heard of the Children of Blackwater? No, but I have heard of the Pirates of Blackwater. Great cartoon from the 80s. Check that out. If you've never seen the Pirates... No, sorry, wait. No, that was the Pirates of Darkwater. Ah, shoot. Okay, never mind. I have no idea how forthcoming your father has been about the details surrounding your mother's final chapter, or the role he thinks I played in that end. I have always denied involvement, to him, to the detectives, to the Crown, and now to you as well. But can I honestly say I had nothing to do with her disappearance? And yes, I speak of disappearance, not death, for I too cling to the hope that our fears are unfounded, and have occasionally, from time to time, caught fragments of information that bolster this belief. Fragments of information that have cost me plenty, for our country is never short of opportunists and blackmailers. Still, as I am now dead, I don't want this knowledge to be buried with me, even if that means passing the burden of these fragments on to you, even if that information may weigh even heavier on your head than the Crown involved. Unfortunately, this information is a little too precious to entrust entirely to this freezer, as I'm not too confident that the sanctity of my snacks will extend beyond my life. I've always found it best to use multiple baskets when it comes to incriminating eggs, a lesson that I recently learned again when a member of my staff betrayed my confidence. I have placed 8 red envelopes in 8 even more secure locations throughout the estate, and left a hidden message for you among the art that hangs in almost every room in this house. This message is the key to unlocking those secrets, but you must be open in your interpretation, as the message itself harbours multiple double meanings and hidden entendres. One final word of guidance. The safe combinations you are seeking will not be found in writing on the estate, so I hope you haven't been wasting too much time jotting down random invoice numbers and dates. Only by deciphering the many meanings of the 44-character message can you hope to unlock its many mysteries. To each their own letters, Herbert S. Sinclair. Oh, and he's added a comma here for us. Okay. Perhaps it is time to revisit the exact wording of that message. Yes? Perhaps it is time to revisit the exact wording. So it's not just 8 dates for 8 safes. It is encrusted with numerous double entendres. Now, we said previously that the walking one, could that be 8 gates? I don't know. Right, we're taking screenshots of all of these pages. Okay. And now here, as a reminder, right, it was Chief and Chef. Oh man, are we going to do this again? No, we don't need to do the whole thing. It was chart and no, can't be chart and cart. We didn't quite get all of these, did we? Wait. Lantern and flight. Flight and light. Chief and Chef. So if create and crate. So it's if we count small gates. I don't think we ever worked this C, did we? 8. Now this was car and card. The cease, everyone was telling me, was wrong, right? So we've got row and crow. We've got tier and tie. So that one's actually R. Rod and road. Clock and lock. And P and peak. Right. Crack. 8 safes. And the comma is just... Wait, no. Yeah, the comma is after gates. If we count small gates, 8. Could it be trench and bench? But no. You're swapping the T and the B. It's got to be A, right? Yeah, coat and cot. Coat and cot. Okay. Well, give me some snacks. Is there anything else worth getting in here? So it turns out that torch, that self-lighting torch, turns out to be really handy. Really, really handy. Okay. I suppose technically we should go back to some of these... I suppose with all these steps we should technically try and go back to some of these safes. and give them a go, shouldn't we? Ah, but... definitely the safes are... I would say the safes are the hardest puzzle that we've had to deal with in this game. I would say so. Would we want to go to... I mean, I guess the study? Now, the tiny safe had a calendar next to it, which had a date, which was the 7th of 11. Or maybe just 7/11. It's hard not knowing whether you're expecting to put a leading 0 in or not. I mean, it's not going to be today's date, right? Surely. Because that's the other clue from the room where the little safe is. "44 letters in the message. Face an ace. Unused pairings," right, is GS D GSDR N GSDRN. That doesn't make any date. F. Delusional to think this can be pulled off by Thursday. Okay. If we count small gates, eight dates crack 8 safes. The message is the key to unlocking these secrets. You must be open to your interpretation, as the message itself harbors multiple double meanings and hidden entendres. Okay, so a gate can obviously be a physical gate. It can be a walking gate. A date can be like a fruit. Like D8 being date, I really like as a thing, but like the fact that this room is the only room that we've found the Black Queen in, like maybe it's in, maybe there's a second room that has the Black Queen. And we sort of have that. That's a good point, actually. Do we have... we don't have the conservatory, so we don't have the Black Rook. And we don't have rumpus room or bookshop, actually. But yeah, with study and armory, like, we're halfway to having all of the black chess pieces. It's definitely like the loosest, woolliest interpretation. You know, it's definitely the puzzle that's most open to interpretive meaning. This one, I feel like the step size has to be the important part of this clue. If we count small gates, but then if we count small gates, 8 dates crack 8 safes. I mean, are we just trying to count? Should we just count all of the paintings that have the different gates? Right, here's what I got here. So we've got fast man walking, we've got horse paperboy, we've got horse paperboy. Let's bring the size of this down. Fast man, horse paperboy, umbrella man, lady. Are those all of them? Yeah, okay. So fast man, literally, we count 1, 2, 3. Is it plus or minus if they're going the wrong way? Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So fast man would be 11. Horse is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Paperboy, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paperboys. Umbrella man is like the most. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And lady is 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do a quick checksum there. So that'll be 10. So that's 10 and 20 is 30, 41. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Okay, we have got them all counted. So none of them are 8. Right. And if I was counting them separately left and right. Okay, so this man is 1, 2, 3. 4. He's 4 left. So he'd be 7 right. Horse He's got horses 3. Horses 3 versus 3. So horse might end up being 0. Paperboy. 2 to the right. 3, 1. 4. So it's 4 to the right versus 1 to the left? No. Whoops, sorry. Other way around. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's... Yeah, no. 4 to the right, 1 to the left. 4 to the right, 1 to the left. Umbrella Man. Left, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. Eight versus 4. No, I've definitely miscounted. Umbrella Man, there's supposed to be 15 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11 to the left. 4 to the right. And the lady... she's got 1 to the left, 1 to the right. 2 to the right. Yeah, the lady's 2 and 2. So if we take these away from each other, so we just get the net direction, we end up with 3, 0. 1 left and 4 right would make -3. 11 left minus 4 right, so that makes 7. 0. Well, that doesn't make a date, right? Because that 7 is very awkward, because 7 can only be a date if it's 27 or 17. But maybe... I don't know, maybe if we're only counting small gates, maybe the date is 1104? Or, yeah, 1104 or 1104? Because Umbrella Man has the smallest step. But if it's not 1104 or 1104, so 11th of April... what else could it be? I mean, unless it's the lady that takes the smallest step. But it feels like it's the man, right? His step is less than the width of his foot. Feels like the man with the umbrella. And if we were to just like try and count them up, it would be like a 1, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3. Assuming that we're going this way round. Like 1, 3. 1, 3. Well, that already wouldn't be a month. Because 13 doesn't work terribly well as a month. You'd have 11, 32. Unless these are supposed to be like day, month, year. So 5 of the 3rd. But well, maybe you add the old man and the lady together. Because they're the ones with small gates, right? Everyone else has large steps. But like 15/4, 15th of April. The safes puzzle, genuinely least favourite puzzle. Least favourite puzzle in this whole game. I hate how wildly interpretive it is. 2 red letters in a day, though, is going really well. So this is April 15th. Dearest Mary, I know the events of the past year have catapulted you into a world you may not have been ready for. It's cruel the way time rips through our lives, leaving them barren and fruitless like wind-scarred plains. Throughout this all, I know your principal concern has always been Simon. You didn't need to confide in me yesterday for me to realise that fact. Everyone who knows you understands this. I will take full responsibility to ensure that regardless of how your current project pans out, Simon is shielded from any fallout and, God forbid, repercussions. A child should never suffer the iniquity of their parents. I of course write you all this in the hope that I can set your mind at peace while imagining the worst case scenarios, not because I think such an outcome is likely. No, Mary, I have few apprehensions and fewer fears. Assuming everything goes according to plan, you should be reunited with Simon again before his 10th birthday, and while 2 years might seem like an eternity to a mother, I've always heard the days pass by more quickly in the East. As for me and you, I've already come to terms that our meeting yesterday was very likely our last. I'm too old and too stubborn to ever leave this place. I'm too attached to the home our family has built up. Room by room. Yes, I have a strong premonition I will be buried in red soil under red flags, a compromise I know you yourself would never accept. It's been a joy watching you grow up and getting to know you. Your mother and I spoke of little else during your school days. I know she'd feel the same bittersweet pride I feel now to see you following in your father's footsteps and making the same sacrifices he did. Farewell, my marigold. We may yet meet again. Your Uncle Herbert. Okay, let's take the screenshots that we need for that. So this is number 6. And interestingly enough, every letter so far has had different formatting on the envelope. I mean, obviously they're all written by different people, like we knew that already. But whoever's putting these envelopes together is deliberately deciding to number them using different format, which is kind of interesting. Okay. I mean, do we want to try the study some more? It's an option. Are we buoyed by the fact? I say buoyed. Are we buoyed by the fact that we got a red letter And now it's like, oh, yeah, cool. Let's do it. Let's do it. We understand it. Let's do it. I'm just checking. We've got an upgrade disc, right? So we shouldn't forget about that. We do need to go back to the laboratory, but the laboratory is all the way back here. Security's all the way back here. I think whilst we're here, let's go and do the upgrade disc so that we don't forget about it. There has been room spread. There has been food spread in the house, so certainly this is not a problem. Come on, light the candles. Light the candles. That box has got a lock on it, doesn't it? Like, this candle being knocked over is like such a suspect thing, but I don't know. What can you do, right? So, through the boiler room into security. I thought I saw some food there. Oh! Banana! Upgrade for the closet. Okay, it's a room that we often don't grab. Plus 1 extra item if drafted adjoined to a hallway. Plus 2 extra items if drafted adjoined to a bedroom. Plus 4 extra items if drafted adjoined to a red room. But it has no items as base. That sounds pretty terrible, to be honest. But also, if drafted adjoined to a bedroom, I can't look at the room directory right now, but like half the bedrooms only have one door. Like, if I look at these bedrooms, so like, yeah, half these only have one door. Like, the ladyship's chamber is one of these as well. So that sounds really terrible. So I think hallway closet, because at least with the hallways, like, we've got passageway, east wing hallway, west wing hallway, great hall, regular hallway. Like, I'm not going crazy, am I? That's like a really bad idea, and this one's just kind of terrible. Like, I guess it's not so bad if you draft it from, like, archive or weights room or something, but I think probably just that one. Like, take the one that's a strict upgrade. Take the one that's the strict upgrade rather than the incredibly contextual one that might not work out. Okay, now, pretty sure there is nothing else to worry about down here. I'm pretty sure we are now just going to the study, and at some point we will get bored putting numbers into the study safe and decide that the episode is over. Like, I'm fairly sure that's where we are now in terms of this run. I don't think there's anything else we can realistically do that's useful. I feel like D8 has to be a date. Is it like 5-1? Or is it 4-8? So let's try those. Or 0501? No, okay. And if it's 4-8 or 0408? No. thought 5-1 was like a really good idea. Like it was the only idea I was kind of coming back into the room with, you know. Black Queen, Black Queen. How do we interpret D8 in another way? If we count small gates, 8 dates crack. 8 safes. Is there another interpretation on the word crack? Black Queen. Black Queen. I mean, we're in 3-8 right now. Or 0308. Like in terms of where the location of the Black Queen is, you know, 3-8. D8. Black Queen as a date. Black Queen as a date. Could it be something from the history of India? Because just looking at the our stuff here. I mean, 6th of October. But he's been very specific. This date is not written down anywhere in the house. Do you know what? Do you reckon that's actually March, as in the month of March? This is in the office, it's not in the study, right? Flight of the Queen, the March of the Count. 31st of March? Hearings of the Major. Maybe, okay. I mean, that's a different safe anyway. But I don't know. This one might have to percolate more. I kind of feel like maybe there's another room that has a Black Queen in it, which isn't this one. This clue would be great if this weren't literally the room that it's in already. I don't know. And I think we're going to call it a day there. I think that one's going to need to percolate a little bit more. That one's going to need to percolate a little bit more. What a great run. What a great run. We're going to be hitting up and we're going to be calling it a day. Let's call it. Let's call it. Today, we have achieved the Garden Shopping Centre. Oh, do you know what? We never went back to the trade post to see whether we could trade any of these items for any other items, wasn't it? And you know what? Because we only drafted the freezer and we didn't want to like do any weird rewinding time, we still actually don't know how that chronograph works. But yeah, Garden Shopping Centre, 6 green rooms, 5 shop rooms. 5 shop rooms, yeah, I guess the armory, the showroom, the commissary. Where's the other shop? Oh, the aquarium, of course. Yes, yes, yes. What a great run, though. We've opened the safe in the study. We've opened the gate in the underground. In fact, with that boiler room power opening up that underground room, we got a huge amount out of that and actually completed that room all in one sitting, right? So we've unlocked that one. We've unlocked the one in the study. We've obviously unlocked the orchard a long time ago. We've unlocked the time lock safe and we've unlocked the boudoir. So there are only 3 safes left. It's the study. It's the drafting studio. And where's the last one? Where's the last one? Let me check my notes. Yeah, we might not have the last one yet. Like, my gut feeling tells me it should be in the wine cellar, simply because this clue about when about these houses coming together in 1213 kind of doesn't do anything. We've not used it for anything. But yeah, we're still looking for more classrooms. More vault keys. We've still got plenty to be doing. The lost and found gave us a really good hint for a sigil. So next time we do hit a sigil key, we are going to be taking that puzzle piece one out. And we'll be trying to see if we can nab another sigil box that way. A lot to do. A lot to think about. Well, my friends, that's going to bring us to the end of today's episode. I had a really good fun with day 36. Will we be able to get more Sanctum keys before day 46? That would be really great. But for now, if you're enjoying this series, please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Consider joining the Patreon to get these episodes early. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.